Hi everyone, well today we have a very special and meaningful review. We're going to review this beautiful bottle of Bacta 1928 Private Selection picked by Peacocks and Bourbon. It's a blend of straight rye whiskey, Calvados, and Armagnac, 111.4 proof. So before we get to the review, I just want to mention a few very important facts. So I won this bottle in the Whiskey Fights Cancer raffle. And this bottle and this review is to honor Mrs. Bear Den, and a special shout out to Bear Den Bourbon Guy. We all love you. And a special thank you to Peacocks and Bourbon for sending me this amazing bottle and this amazing monogrammed glass that I'm going to do this review in. I really love it. And of course, thank you, Angry Irish Matt, for organizing this raffle. You did an incredible job, and it was just such an important thing and such a incredible thing that you did. And we really were all proud and happy to be part of it, and really appreciative of what you did. And now to the review. I think this is an absolutely beautiful bottle on its own, let alone that it's actually a private pick that Peacocks and Bourbon did. This is amazing, and I will spin the bottle around before we open it. I've never had this, and I've seen it on maybe one shelf, and not even on a shelf, behind the glass in a liquor store. Was always curious about this, and I was just absolutely amazed when this bottle came today. So I did some quick research on this, got up to speed on it. So what this is, and Peacocks and Bourbon, please correct me if I miss anything, but this is a private selection that they did where they got to choose the specific vintages of the Armagnac that go in this. So this is a blend, as I mentioned, it's a 60% straight rye whiskey. Then you have 30% XO Calvados, and then it says bourbon barrel finish, and it's 10% Armagnac, and that's where they get to choose the vintages. There's several. The oldest vintage, of course, is the namesake, 1928. Peacocks and Bourbon chose the vintages of 1962 and 1973, and they thought that would be a balance of sweet and spice. And there's several other vintages. I think there's one in the 90s and one, obviously, 1928. And the fun fact is it's named 1928 for the oldest vintage that there is. And the other fun fact that I have is that this was the brainchild of Whistle Pig founder Raj Peter Bacta. So he is the founder of this. So this is, and just for some quick explanation, Calvados is a French apple brandy, and Armagnac is a grape brandy, also from France. And those are the basic facts. I will spin the camera around to show the specifics, but this would have been amazing enough if it was just a bottle on its own. But this is a private selection, again, that Peacocks and Bourbon did. And I'm going to spin this around. We're going to look at it. And then most importantly, we're going to crack this open. And I'm very excited to do that. Here we go. First, take a look at the front of this bottle. You can see the top says bottled for Peacocks and Bourbon. Got a tater sticker on the back, Pride. And then really quick, you can see the label that is attached here. If you want to pause to read. Just look at this cork. Amazing. Okay, we have this all poured up. That was an outstanding cork pop. And again, I've never seen a cork like this. Absolutely beautiful. And unlike my usual Glencairn glass when I'm doing a tasting for the first time, in this particular case, Peacocks and Bourbon sent me this beautiful glass, and it's the same, that's the same, matches the Pride on the tater sticker. It's got their logo on here, monogram, so we're going to definitely be using this. And look how nice that actually looks with the pink on the bottom. Very, very cool. Okay, so full disclosure, if you watch my videos, you know I'm not the biggest rye guy, but I've become more of a rye person. I've got into, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. I have actually the Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye and some others, and I'm certainly more open to it than I ever used to be. This one is something completely pretty different to me. I've tried Armagnac before, but this is going to be interesting, so let's get this started. It's an absolutely beautiful nose on this. Kind of got a little sweetness. I'm getting oak. I am getting a brandy smell off this for sure. This is a little new to me, but very, very nice on the nose. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, wow. This is absolutely delicious. It really is. It really is truly a mixture of whiskey and brandy in a sense, but I'm really it's just a very, very nice flavor in this. It's a very refined taste, and it truly is a mixture of sweet and spice in here. Not your usual, I can't even say bourbon. It's not a bourbon at all. First of all, 60% of it is a straight rye whiskey. But it does not have it doesn't match the usual tasting notes that I've experienced, say in bourbons or even some whiskeys. And you figure for a 60% rye, so I reviewed, say a Rittenhouse rye that's just barely a rye and it's 51%, and there's a lot of sweetness behind it. That sweetness there was the corn. Here, instead of the corn, you have the 30% of the Calvados and the 10% Armagnac, and these 1962 and 73 vintages. Just incredible right here that some of this, that the Armagnac in here, not giving away my age, one of them is a few years older than me, and one of them is a few years younger than me. So I'm somewhere in between those, pretty much in the center of those. But this is really delicious. I've had an Armagnac before, but this is just a delicious combination. I'm going to have to get more into this. It's truly better even describe the taste I'm getting on this, but what I can tell you for a fact is that this is absolutely delicious. It tastes refined. It tastes like something that you would expect from a bottle like this. Sometimes you have beautiful bottles and the liquid doesn't match it. This is truly refined, truly represents these vintages that are in here. And I have to say, this truly is a mixture of sweet and spice and just purely delicious. I am going to be definitely exploring this more. Thank you, Peacocks and Bourbon. This is a fantastic pick. Thank you again for sending this. Bear Dan Bourbon Guy, again, all the love. And Angry Irish Mac, this whole raffle is fantastic. Can't say enough about it. I will definitely have more reviews to follow on this one. I have nothing like this to compare it to where I do blinds. This will be on its own, as it deserves to be. Absolutely fantastic pour. Thank you. Cheers.